There we go. All right, hey everybody for checking back in. Yeah, so the crowd had paused at 26th Broadway. Yeah, it was honestly a really cool moment. I wish my feed hadn't cut out. You know, I think there was just a lot of people that were in one area, and my service got interrupted. You know, I don't think that there was any kind of signal jamming or anything going on. I had a friend who was about 3 feet next to me, and his feed stayed up just fine. I did a round of phone restarts. You know, power down, power up both phones. Looks like I might have hit my data cap on one of my phones here, so I switched over to the other one. So we should be good to go. The crowd is now moving back eastbound on Broadway, marching back towards downtown. Yeah, we're leaving 26th Street, 26th and Broadway. You know, where the crowd, you know, stops for maybe 15 minutes in the middle of the intersection, and everyone caught up and took a knee together. There were chants together. Yeah, peaceful protest is continuing. I mean, I'm fairly sure I don't have a data cap, but well, I mean, one of my phones just was not working at all, so I'm routing through. And so yeah, so this is downtown Louisville, Kentucky, towards our west end. This is 24th and Broadway. Chants are no justice, no peace. Fuck these racist ass police. So you see back here, we've got hundreds upon hundreds of people that are marching peacefully eastbound on Broadway back towards downtown. I actually want to take a minute to sort of echo something that our governor said this morning during his broadcast, that there is a huge difference between, and these are Andy Bashir's words, there's a huge difference between aggressively making your point and being violent. You know, chants such as, you know, fuck these racist ass police, instead of, you know, as opposed to attacking police. Those are not one and the same. You know, I very much consider chants of fuck the police and fuck 12 to still be considered a peaceful protest. Because at the end of the day, no one is harmed, no one is injured. Everybody goes home safe. Only when things become violent on either side is when you know, things really begin to escalate. I mean, yeah. I mean, I wish I was like 10 feet taller so that everybody could see, you know, how many blocks and blocks and blocks of people that we have walking together down Broadway. Yep. I'm gonna hop on on the side of the street where the protesters are walking here. I'm kind of over on the sidewalk by myself. Boom, 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 boom. Bum, 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 bum. Bum. For those just joining in, I want to give you a quick recap of the day. This is Louisville, Kentucky. We're on Broadway. This group is Broadway and 18th. They began marching this afternoon from the courthouse on 5th and Jefferson. They marched west down to at 26th and Broadway. At 26th and Broadway was where David McAtee was killed last night in a confrontation between people and confrontation between the police. The crowd briefly stopped on the intersection of 26th and Broadway, chanted together, said things together, and now they're heading back eastbound towards downtown. The final destination that the crowd is walking to, I honestly have no idea. I'm just kind of following along with the crowd here. If I had to assume 5th and Jefferson was where the march started, I'm assuming they're heading back towards 5th and Jefferson. In previous days, there's been a heavy police escort that has followed protesters as they've marched. Today, other than the police chopper that is forever following along, there doesn't appear to be any other police presence that's been with us for these several blocks. So for those that, you can hear the car horns in the background, I want you to know that even though this march is taking place on Broadway, it's a very, very busy street in downtown Louisville. These are not honks of frustration. These drivers are honking, they're recording, they're hanging their fists out of the windows. They're showing their support with protesters by revving engines and honking horns. That is not civil unrest, it's showing that aggravation with traffic being slowed or stopped.
No homie that stopped talking to his letters getting this. No episode.
All right, everybody hang tight 1 quick minute. I'm gonna drop my phone in my pocket and grab me some water. I'm seeing a lot of discussion about curfew. I do want to talk about some of what we've seen with curfew previously. The last couple of nights, people have not dispersed when the quote-unquote curfew was past that time. And as far as as far as fear of pepper spray and fear of they pepper sprayed and they flashbanged the crowd at least 1 hour before curfew yesterday. I do have footage of all that. There is a link that everyone's welcome to download and share. But yeah, the podcast. Got about 450 people watching, coming along with us. I've been recording for days.
Oh, okay.
Anything you want to say to the crowd?
Just be careful out here.
Absolutely,
Right.
absolutely. Because
And
you
we gotta stick together.
absolutely.
We gotta come together as one, like we are. It's peaceful out here, y'all.
Thank you. You all be safe, okay?
Thanks.
So I've now been walking with this crowd for I guess somewhere near rounding 3.5 or 4 hours. It started at 5th and Jefferson by the courthouse. Where everyone gathered at the park where they had previously. There was far less police presence than we'd seen in previous days. There were officers that were mingled in the crowd. They were hugging protesters. There's police officers that were in uniform that were hugging protesters, that were taking pictures together, with signs and showing their support. During kind of one of the peaks of that, there was a time when police officers and protesters dropped on a knee to pray together. I'm sorry, somebody in the car just handed a pizza out the window, and everyone got pretty excited. It was kind of funny. But no, there seemed to be a support from police this morning. I do want to follow that up with a reiteration of what we saw yesterday. Steph Townsell's another local streamer, and on her stream, a police officer dropped his baton, dropped his riot shield, and hugged a protester 15 minutes before they began flashbanging and pepper spraying the crowd. And this was about an hour before curfew was in. It came immediately after Mayor Fisher's announcement that the people downtown did not have a permit to protest. And I don't know if those two events are directly correlated, but the timeline kind of points that way.
I was just gonna do it walking.
You want me to do a hugging?
I am very, very glad that today has been a peaceful day of protests. My first reason is a very selfish reason. This is my last outfit that's not covered in tear gas and pepper spray. To be honest, that sucks. And those of you that know me know I only have like 3 outfits. So, yeah. Secondly, I do have lots of footage of times when, the protesting was not peaceful. Friday night, we saw post-protest quite a bit of looting, specifically around 4th Street Live. And today it's very, very good to see multiple hours of peaceful protest walking towards downtown. For those of you that are curious on previous days, my name is Jason Downey, D-O-W-N-E-Y. All of these videos are publicly, they were publicly streamed on my Facebook. You're welcome to friend me and follow me and go grab it from there. There's also download links where you can find the previous day's worth of footage. You're welcome to cut it. You're welcome to take it. I'm not worried about any credit. Just please use it for use your powers for good. I'm gonna do a quick sweep here and show you all sort of how many people are in this line here. I mean, we have blocks and blocks and blocks of people that are all walking together. I mean, I have no way of knowing how many people are out here, but it seems to be several thousand, and the numbers seem to just kind of grow and grow as the night goes on. I'd imagine when sort of the quote-unquote curfew goes into effect, that we're probably going to see some of the crowd disperse. I appreciate everybody. I do have access to washer and dryer, not in my home, but I got a place in Old Louisville that I'm sort of renovating, and right now I don't have washer and dryer, but I definitely have friends and some family that will be more than happy to let me use their washer and dryer. Thank you, everybody, for trying to help me out. So I have no idea, you know, where the marches are heading back to. We are currently eastbound on Broadway, passing 13th Street. You know, I have gotten a couple more messages about, you know, me broadcasting location and potentially giving away information to police. I have had friends write me and let me know that police are monitoring my feed. I do know that goes on. There's a police chopper that's circling us always. I mean, I'm not sharing anything that they don't already know. I've chosen to stay away from, you know, the frequent faces that I see on here, the protest organizers. I don't need to be sharing any information of what they're trying to do and what they're talking about. That's not my business to share, and I definitely don't want to give any intel to the powers that be that might want to stop what's going on here. So the chants, as we've moving back eastbound down Broadway, Breonna Taylor, when do we want justice? We want it now. No justice, no peace. Earlier, no justice, no peace. Fuck the racist ass police. I do see people once again talking about donations and so forth. I have absolutely no need for donations. Do not find me and ask me to how you can support my cause. Please do not do that. There are countless people out there that need donations more than I do. I see a lot of talk about the Louisville Bail Fund. To be honest, I don't know. I don't know what that information is. I do know that the Louisville Bail Fund is designed to help out people that have been put in jail and need bail money. Please, you know, send your money there, or send your money to any other cause that you believe in. If you really want to make me happy, send that money, take a screenshot of it, deliver it to me via Facebook. Yeah, Mike Turnbull in comments mentioned the EFF.org. That's the electric freedom of, wow, train of thought. The EFF is it's a nonprofit that exists in order to protect rights such as you know, like when the Patriot Act is trying to invade, you know, trying to, you know, get people's email and monitor their internet traffic. the Electric Frontier Foundation fights against that sort of legislature. That's personally one of my favorites. The EFF, they do a lot of really good work in the cyberspace, to protect people's ability to do things and to share. This live feed right here. There's many places around the world where you just can't broadcast, this sort of anti-police, anti-establishment, and the EFF makes sure that doesn't happen to us. And you know what? That is a really good shot. That's the sunset kind of coming down between all our protesters here. It's been a very, very peaceful day, and there are hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands of people that are down here, showing support. As far as regards to the curfew, I really don't think the majority of these people will be going home at curfew. I very much hope that things stay peaceful as the crowd moves eastbound back towards downtown, currently crossing 9th and Broadway. So there was someone who was killed last night. David McAtee was a local restaurant owner. There was a gathering at 26th and Broadway where the crowd marched to today. There was an exchange between police and either protesters or a gathering of people to where David McAtee was shot and killed as an innocent bystander. The Mayor Fisher gave a press conference today and stated that Louisville police did not have their body cameras on, so there's no evidence of what might have happened. Our Louisville police chief, who was set to retire in a few weeks, was actually fired immediately. The assumption is that he still gets to keep his pension and so forth. I don't know if there's any truth behind that, but the general consensus is that's not enough justice to fire a man that was set to retire in a couple weeks anyhow. Advise you all to please, look that up and do some reading on it. That he gets paid out. Reading that he gets paid out for his accumulated vacation days as well as his full pension. I don't think I need to give any explanation about how that's not justice. I think we can all kind of get there on our own. So this is downtown Louisville. We've kind of left the West End and are proceeding eastbound back towards downtown. I'm in the middle of the crowd currently at Broadway and 8th. There are several blocks. We can see where these are pedestrian vehicles. I'm sorry, not wow. These are civilian vehicles that have stopped traffic on Broadway. That's allowing the crowd that is several blocks long. I mean, I can see the crowd stretching back for at least 7 city blocks. There are thousands and thousands of people that are down here, you all. Yeah, there are absolutely no police in sight. The police have not, other than the chopper, and it appears that there's a drone, maybe a block or two in front of me. We've not had any police presence today. Earlier, when we were at 5th and Jefferson, there were a lot of police that were deployed, but they had the riot gear. They did not have the riot gear on. They seem to be just kind of standing around talking, sort of ready to act should something go off. I have not seen any National Guard on foot today. I have seen Humvees, but like I said, they have not followed the march since we left 5th and Jefferson. Yeah, there were people in. So as we can see here, we've got National Guard here on the corner. This is the first time that I've seen them on foot. You see 2 Humvees. They're not in formation. They're standing around talking. They do have masks on. They do have their masks down. I'm gonna throw my phone in my pocket and go ahead and put my little ninja mask on here. Give me 1 second. Yep. So you can see right here, that's a police drone, or that's some kind of law enforcement drone. We've seen that in previous days, sort of following the crowd. There is a police chopper that is always following. Looks like there's maybe another one somewhere behind me. The crowd has shifted the chance of hands up, don't shoot, hands up, don't shoot, as we're crossing the Gene Snyder Courthouse on 6th and Broadway. I do want to reiterate that things have been 100% peaceful today. There have been no vandalism. There has been no violence, no rioting, no looting, for hours and hours and hours. The people have walked peacefully.
We don't want to split up the group. Why are we splitting up the group? Why are we splitting up the group?
Yeah, there's cars driving by that are giving warnings of police that are down the street. Yeah, they said that, you know, for what it's worth, you know, tensions seem to be kind of increasing. People are walking faster and running. The crowd seemed almost split off, but you know, they came back and chose to stay with the same larger group.
This is what democracy looks like. 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 Fuck yeah.
The crowd seems to be getting out of the middle of the street now and moving off of Broadway and into the sidewalks.
We too deep, baby. Fuck y'all. We too deep. Too much blood.
So we do have some police officers that are at this building here. I mean, they are watching. A few of them are holding batons and pulling gear out of the trunks, but they're not suited up and they're not in formation. I believe the majority of these officers were here earlier. There are a couple of vehicles that are moving out. I do see one officer who is loading on right here. Those orange straps right there. Those orange straps attached to an orange rifle. And as we've seen in previous days, those are the ones that shoot pepper spray bullets at the crowd. All right, so the crowd has now stepped off Broadway. Kind of caught in a moment, walked too far. The crowd's heading north on 5th Street. I'm assuming back towards the courthouse on 5th and Jefferson.
Fuck you. Terrorist! Terrorist!
It looks like time-wise, you know, we just passed 9 p.m., which was the curfew. That was implemented. The crowd is not dispersing. It seems that some people are breaking off and returning home, but there's still a very, very large group of people that are heading south on 5th Street right now. Sorry, north on 5th Street right now. Presumably walking back towards the park by the courthouse. There are at least 3 helicopters. It looks like one might be a news helicopter. The other 2 appear to be police. Take your one. Thank you, sir. Y'all be safe.
Sir, you too, brother. Yo, anybody need some water? Hey, Bill. She can't go. Be careful.
Hey, that was a good catch though. That was a good catch though. So.
Let's see if you got that paint man. Oh! That's my celebration off. And you'll get the practice.
Yo, your heart's in the right place though. Your heart's in the right place. Your arm is a little rough, but your heart's in the right place. Girls throwing water out of the back of a car, and the last three came up a little short.
Hey, Charger, go do some donuts.
So we kind of get another wider shot down here. I mean, it looks like maybe 2 blocks in front of me. Moving on down to the 2 blocks that I can see behind me. I mean, we still have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of protesters out here, seemingly ignoring the 9 p.m. curfew. We got our ever-loving police drone right here that's following around us. Police helicopter or 2 is circling. I don't see any police blockage down the side streets where they attempt to do things in the previous nights, like block everybody in. Ceasing TARC. Interesting. I've seen some of y'all talk about that they've ceased running of TARC. For those who are not from Louisville, TARC is our city bus system. Louisville's a little behind on the public transit. We don't have any trains or subways or none of that crazy shit. We have a bus system which is primarily used by our low-income people to get back and forth to work in the store and so forth. That seems kind of a shitty move to cut off TARC service. Water too? For those talking about that it's going to get bad, it has ended badly the last several nights. Friday was the worst as far as damage to the city. That's when there was a very, very large amount of rioting and looting that took place. Specifically downtown, very, very near to 4th Street Live, and including 4th Street Live. I saw people actively looting Eddie Merlot's, the T-Mobile store. Many of those local bars had their windows busted out. South 4th Street, where it's primarily locally businesses that are owned by many people of color. Those are also ransacked and looted. The majority of that seemed to take place on Friday night. There wasn't much resistance from police other than just trying to push everybody from downtown it appeared they were doing zero to try and stop the rioting and looting. Saturday night and Sunday night. Saturday was the worst day for me. Saturday night there was many rounds of tear gas deployment and pepper spray. And pepper bullets. I personally was struck with a riot shield and a police baton. For being on a bicycle on the sidewalk in the middle of the day. None of these were after curfew. There was a huge standoff Saturday night in the heart of the Highlands on Baxter and Bardstown, Highland Avenue, right there by where that Starbucks and Wix is. The National Guard at that point, launched tear gas into protesters that were on their hands and knees. And this was all in the middle of the Highlands, where even today, up until today, there's been no massive amounts of destruction or graffiti and looting. There's been no looting. I have several friends that have businesses in the Highlands, as I'm sure many of you all do too. Most of them are reporting no damage and no problems. It looked like somebody at some point that night or the day after took a hammer and got a few windows on that Starbucks. I don't know if that happened before or after the standoff between police and the protesters that got tear gassed. Sunday, the police presence was very 50-50, very light as far as aggression. But they did shove us out of Jefferson Park by the courthouse well before curfew with the deployment of flashbangs and pepper spray bullets. I personally did not see any tear gas used yesterday. It was used very liberally in days before. If anybody's interested, I know I'm beating this point to death, but if you're interested in any of that previous footage, my name is Jason Downey, D-O-W-N-E-Y. All of it is posted on all the live video is posted to my Facebook page. It's not taken down. I haven't been Zuckerberg for anything. There's also a Mega link. Mega is a privacy-based file upload service that all of my live streams have been downloaded and then uploaded to. You're more than welcome to use any of it for any reason you see fit. I just ask that you tell the truth. So the protesters have reached Fifth and Liberty, where the majority of the crowd appears to have put their hands up. The chants have now changed to hands up, don't shoot, hands up, don't shoot. Bum 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 bum. I'm gonna keep doing those bum bum bums. I know they're annoying as shit, but I do that when music is playing in the background. I had my video cut yesterday for walking next to a vehicle that was playing. I was playing some music for copyright infringement, so I'm gonna try to stop that from happening. Yep, so the crowd of protesters are filing back in to the park on 6th and Jefferson, located between the courthouse and across from the Judiciary Building on Jefferson. At least on this corner, I'm not seeing any police presence. But everyone appears to be looking the other way. I'm going to try to get over to that side and see if I see any police posted up.
had been sealed it came as a joyous daybreak to end the long night of their captivity. But 100 years later, the Negro still is not free. 100 years later.
We do have some WOKY that's down here. I can see they got a 3-person crew with a camera. Gentleman right here directly in front of me has he's playing some Martin Luther King. You're good to watch. You're good. He's playing some Martin Luther King here. And people seem to be quiet and circle around and listening. So we got here. It's live view. I'm not sure who they are. Protesters are trying to wrangle people out of the street and into the park grounds. Doing my circle here. I don't see any police presence. We do have our police chopper that is circling. And yeah, I mean everybody is in the park grounds here. I see. So give me a minute here. I'm catching up on some messages and some friend requests. Yep. Yeah, so there, as we were marching, we did see some small groups of police. Not massive numbers, 50 to 100, like we've seen previously. In previous days here, I mean, they had the crew boxed in, where like along this street right here, extending all the way around to right here. I mean, they had police that were in full riot gear. There are police that are stationed on the rooftops. We can see them directly ahead. I can see them on top of the courthouse and on top of this building directly over here. They've been here, since day one. I don't believe that they're here to be aggressive at the moment. They're just here to to monitor with binoculars and so forth. I've seen them every day. They do have binoculars. It seems like they're also controlling the drone that we've seen flying around. I would assume that they've probably got, some sniper rifles that are loaded with the pepper spray and rubber bullets that we've seen in previous days. There doesn't appear to be any police aggression. Like I said, there's no, other than the small groups of people, that I've seen, small police that I've seen. No more than 10 or 20 in a group that were several blocks apart. There's not any massive police presence here. chants of hands up, don't shoot, hands up, don't shoot. I'm gonna go ahead and walk away. Yeah, so there are several police and other government buildings. There's a Department of Homeland Security building that is all downtown. To me, it makes complete sense to have police outside of those buildings where I saw them earlier at all times. Those are pretty high-profile targets for the people that like to come down here and cause trouble. As long as they stay within those buildings, I do not see that to be any sign of aggression. Based on some of the events that we've seen the previous nights, a presence is expected, but it's far, far less than what we've seen in previous days. Yeah, so there's still, there are hundreds and hundreds of people in the park. Nobody is in the streets. The streets are completely clear. No police presence. Still very peaceful. It's been many, many hours today of peaceful protest. No rioting, no looting. Oh man, he's got the t-shirt on 211.
Hey man, I told you I've been doing this since I was 12.
Yeah.
Where? Sorry, just got real quick.
Yeah.
How long you think?
Until shit breaks up, or yeah. Everybody keeps saying that 6B's looking for me, and to be honest, I haven't seen him in hours. I have no idea where 6B is. I'm just playing, y'all. That's his belly. That's his face. 6B's right next to him.
No, I'm just making sure. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, so the park here is still it's full of people, chanting "No justice, no peace." We are now 30 minutes past curfew. We are now 30 minutes past curfew with virtually no large police presence. I am at 6th and Jefferson next to the courthouse. For those out of town, this is downtown Louisville.
Justice!
As people are coming through announcing that that police are getting ready to deploy. I don't know if there's any truth to that at all. Yeah, I don't see any police down any streets here. Bum, 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 bum. Tupac playing. Copyright infringement on the video. Bum, 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 bum. Tupac. Yeah, you know, tensions seem to be kind of escalating again. There's lots of talk about, you know, that police are nearby around the corner, unmasked, or getting ready to come out. I don't see, you know, police in either of the directions that I've been looking. That doesn't mean they're not assembling somewhere, but I've not seen them. You know, all day and every day there have been people on top of the government buildings down here, binoculars, laptops. You know, theoretically, you know, sniper rifles for pepper spray bullets or rubber bullets. They'll give me a quick second here. I'm gonna throw my phone in my pocket and tie my shoes. All right, in the back. So the protesters in entirety are still standing in the park. There's been no leaking into the street. The people are driving by, honking, playing music, just showing solidarity. Once again, this has been several hours of peaceful protesting that started way before I got down here at maybe 5:30 or so.
No peace! No No justice! Say our name!
Are you good, man? You good?
Say our name!
Yeah, and I do appreciate the intel that you guys are throwing my way about police presence and so forth. The police chopper has followed the group every day, all hours of the day, regardless of good or bad. Since this began. It's threat intelligence 101 that I know police are monitoring my feed. I know that police are they know who I am. My name and description was set over a police scanner on Saturday night. I know all that takes place. I'm not committing. I'm filming. I'm committing no crimes. I'm not in jeopardy. I'm not giving away any intel that the police don't already know. They're standing here. They're on rooftops. They know where we are. I do thank everybody for trying to help out, but there's a there's a lot that we already know. Bum, bum, bum. Yep. I mean, they're definitely laying on the horn right here. But as you can see, I mean, we got a huge line of people that's all across. There are very, 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 very few people that are in the street. Everything is still peaceful. So once again, this is 6th and Liberty, the corner that I'm on by the courthouse. This has been sort of the beginning and the end of a lot of the protests the last several days. We're now 39 minutes past curfew, and there is still no major police presence.
There's more people out here than there was the other night.
Yeah. Hi, Taryn. I love you too. Call Mom. Let her know I'm okay. Sorry. Yeah, for those catching up, for the last couple of days, the police have used people being in the street. I believe the state ordinance says that a protest cannot impede the flow of traffic. It has to stay moving, similar to like a parade. And police have used that ordinance to disperse crowds in the past. Protesting down here seems to kind of evolve to stay out of the street, other than when marches are going on. Oh, not writing anything? Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, today was 100% peaceful. I mean, down and back.
While y'all were gone on the march, I hung out and watched. Organizers kept repeating, non-violent. There was this dude that kept circling the block yelling at us. And they decided we were all going to turn our back next time he came around, but he didn't come back around.
Gotcha.
Dude, the organizers are on it. They're fucking...
So my boy Ryan Hart is standing on my left here. He's been live streaming downtown. As I went down and went on the march, he stayed here in the park and provided some coverage. And he said several of the protest leaders down here have told people, they're saying over and over, stay peaceful, follow directions. When the cops tell you to disperse, please disperse. We'll see how that goes.
Organizers earlier even asked if you see someone throwing things at police, call them out, make them accountable. They don't want any violence whatsoever. Like they want us to police their own people and be like, stop it, motherfucker. Like,
yeah, I heard some conversation earlier. There's no other way to describe this group as in some very intimidating big buff black dudes. Yeah. And they were yelling at their youngsters, and they were saying that if they catch them causing any damage, that they will beat them up themselves. They will drag their asses home. I observed on Friday, that the crowd that's here for a message and the crowd that's here to cause damage is not the same people. So as it stands now, we're 43 minutes past curfew. And there's no police presence. This is much different to the disbursement we saw yesterday, an hour before curfew ended, where they launched flashbangs and pepper spray into the crowd as they were standing here in the park. We're going on. For me, this is hour 6 of peaceful protests, but I know that people have been down here since noon, maybe even before then. Yep. So, there are still, several hundred people down here. I'm gonna go ahead and walk in the loop to show everybody. And we're 45 minutes past our instructed curfew, and everyone is in the park. You know, there's still a chance that we want justice. When do we want it? Now. You know, lots of side conversation about events over the last couple of days that I hear. So, as you can see, you know, protesters are continuing to stay out of the street, as protest leaders have advised them to do. You know, so yeah, some people earlier were asking about, you know, Antifa and if I've seen them down here. And to be honest, I don't know. You know, I do know that in previous days, you know, I did see, you know, people that looked like they were dressed for war. You know, the all black, you know, the combat boots, you know, pre-prepared with, you know, looked to be, you know, some people had fireworks, you know, definitely people had, you know, street cones for covering tear gas. The presence of those folks has been far, far less today. You know, I haven't heard, you know, discussion about, you know, I know I was walking past people and there was, you know, oh, let's go make this happen, or hey, this is going on, let's run to the trouble. I've not heard any of that sort of discussion. It doesn't appear that anyone down here is trying to stir up trouble. Everyone's here to, you know, support the message. I do think it's funny that you guys are talking that I have more live feeds than Career Journal. You know, I know that I've been pretty open about everybody can use my videos for what they want, except for Career Journal. In order to view Career Journal's articles on their webpage, you can view 5 for free, and you have to pay to view the news. So Career Journal, if you're watching, you're more than welcome to any of my videos, but you have to make a $10,000 donation to the Louisville Bail Fund. Keep an eye on that guy. He's trouble. Which one? One with the shield?
One.
Okay.
Bandanas for his.
Yeah, I think I saw him throwing fireworks yesterday.
I don't know about yesterday, but there was some kid up there throwing shit at the police. We ran him off, and I was going there picking up the trash, and he comes out asking a bunch of sarcastic shit, like, why don't you call the police? He kept following me around.
What a dick.
I had to take this also, he wouldn't recognize me.
Yeah.
Jason?
Yes, sir.
Me again.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Good to see you in one piece, man. You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Good.
Getting the damage assessment done tomorrow.
So has owner been cooperative and that's great to
he's been
hear.
pretty cool about it. I didn't realize my phone got shattered front and back, so yeah, he'll be paying for that too.
Okay. Well, good, man. I'm glad he's taking care of you. I'm glad you're all right.
Yeah, that would have been pretty unfortunate, but I just love it. Everyone's giving me shit for it. Like, well, if you didn't go down there,
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. Yeah. 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 I mean, yeah, you don't need enough people in your life. But, yeah, man. Today's been pretty peaceful.
Yeah, that's
much better than previous days.
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I don't really know what to think about all this. I mean, there's still nothing happening.
Yeah. You know, and I think it'll continue. You know, something's got to give.
I think I'm probably gonna quit my job. Be out here. That's the main issue is my fucking job. I work with a bunch of fucking conservative MAGA folk.
Yeah.
It's unbearable.
Yep. Hey, real quick, for those that are asking, David, who is standing next to me, was down here on Friday, and somebody ran over his bicycle. He was on his motorcycle, and someone in a car ran over him. You know, so it's quick footwork. You know, we tracked down, the owner of the business. Social media helped us spread that message and get a hold of that owner. And the owner is taking care of him, which is excellent. He's in good health. To be honest, he's kind of ugly, but something tells me he was like that before the accident there.
Well, see, that's why I wear this mask. It
Right.
makes me 50% more beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, man, it's good to see you, Dan. I'm glad you're doing well.
Yeah, I took a break Saturday, but I'm back and I'm here to stay.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna walk a lap. Good to see you. Keep in touch, man. Be good.
Take it easy.
I still see, talk and comments about, police having us surrounded or police doing whatever. I see no signs of that at all. This is a much different scenario than what we've seen in previous days. Yeah, I mean, so, in previous days, we could look down either block. This is westbound on Liberty, and this is eastbound on Liberty. And I don't see any police yet. I have no doubt that the corrections building and other government buildings are filled with SWAT and police, and I mean that's where they live. There are multiple police stations down here. And I would be extremely surprised if they didn't show up at some point, at least in some kind of shape or fashion. But for now, they appear to be non-existent. There have been There have been, groups that I've seen at the different government buildings, a couple Humvees, nothing like we've seen yesterday where there's massive National Guard on foot. So it seems to be a large gathering of people that are kind of moving towards Jefferson here. I'm gonna walk over and check it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anything. It seemed like everybody was kind of facing this way, holding up signs, but I don't see anything. For what it's worth, I've walked past WLKY and some of the other press, and it seems like the press always gets tipped off when shit's about to go down and they move out. I've not, they're not packing up and leaving just yet. To my friend who was just sending me text messages about the reports that they're reading. I can only see the front half of your messages. If I go to check your full message, it'll stop my feed here. Write me on Facebook, and I can do it on my other phone. I do want to read what you're hearing. You know who you are. I know what your favorite Pokemon is. So first of all, I will not allow the debate that on what the best Pokemon is, because we all know that it's Gengar. Gengar is by far the best Pokemon that has ever been a Pokemon. And that discussion ends now. Y'all allowed to have free discussion about whatever you want, except that. Gotta put my foot down. It looks like the crowd is either, moving toward the outskirts of the park, or they're actually, going home. Not sure which. Oh, so we've got. So there is now some police presence that's making its way down Liberty Street. Oh, yeah, here we come, you all. So they are ordering the crowd to disperse. This is a line of police officers. A line of police officers in full riot gear, with batons, with masks down, face shields down. They don't appear to have. So they came over the loudspeaker. They came over the loudspeaker, and they said that if the crowd is ordered to peacefully disperse, and if they do not disperse, that they will launch chemical agents into the crowd. The protesters are standing in the middle of the street with their hands up across from the police. Hands up, don't shoot. Hands up, don't shoot. Chance of hands up, don't shoot. Hands up, don't shoot. Hands up, don't shoot. After an entire day of peaceful protest, the crowd is now standing in the middle of the road between the courthouse and the jail here. Hands up, don't shoot. Say his name, say his name. The police line is holding solid. They are dressed in full riot gear. They're carrying batons. They have their face masks down. Once again, the Metro Police Department. They are ordering for dispersement of the crowd. The crowd is not. The crowd is not dispersing. We can see that. The line of protesters. The people in front are telling others to stay back. They've got their hands in the air. Commands are being issued.
Now you want to be militarized?
Commands are being issued.
Basic training first.
Hands up, don't shoot. The crowd is moving away. The police are putting gas masks on. They're dropping to one knee. They're dropping to their knees and applying gas masks. So for those that are just joining, there's been several hours of police protests today. Lots of walking down. There's a march from the courthouse to 26th, and there's a march back. And once again, the crowd was completely peaceful, standing in Jefferson Park outside of the courthouse.
Make sure you catch them with their fucking sticks down, so when an hour later, when they hit us with this tear gas.
Oh, 100%. 100%. They have put their sticks down. They are putting on gas masks. They are ready to deploy chemical weapons. The protester line is slowly moving back here. The police line has applied gas masks. They did not have gas masks on when they first arrived. They've given the warning that they will deploy chemical agents if the crowd does not disperse. While the crowd moves back and they have their hands in the air with chants of hands up, don't shoot, hands up, don't shoot. There has been zero aggression towards the police. There's not been any water bottles. There's not been any. So we've had an entire day. I've been down here for many, many hours of peaceful protests. Peaceful protests. This is that. They have launched. Those are fireworks, and those are pepper spray rounds and flashbangs. Those are pepper spray balls and flashbangs that they are throwing into the crowd. And you can see.
Stand your ground!
So the police have now. They're shooting pepper spray balls, flashbangs into the crowd. They're now marching forward down the street towards the protester line. All those pops you hear, those are balls. There's one right here. This is what they look like. These are pepper spray balls that they are shooting at. They are shooting at the crowd. They are shooting these at the crowd. These feel like paintballs. And when the paintballs explode, it's like pepper in your face. They're fireworks and flashbangs. They're shooting at the crowd. The crowd has dispersed out of the park. So that's tear gas they're shooting. Actually, that looks to be smoke. Yep, those are. I don't know if those are smoke bombs or tear gas, but they're shooting towards the crowd. There's another line of police. There's another line of police on Jefferson and 5th Street. Another line of police at Jefferson and 5th Street. The crowd down here is being met with the same opposition. Down here, there's larger SWAT military vehicles. You can see in the air, those are streaks of fireworks, assorted smoke bombs. I don't think any of that's tear gas, but there has been pepper spray deployed. No, don't pick that up! Don't pick that up! It's hot. Yep. So you can see that the line of police is now walking steadily through the park. The park is almost completely cleared out. Looks like there has been some return fire from the protesters. Water bottles being launched back. Oh, that feels like tear gas. That feels like tear gas. Oh. So it feels like tear gas has now been deployed against the protesters that have been here peacefully all day. People have scattered. You know, there were hundreds of people that were here just moments ago. Cars are trying to turn around to get out of the way, to get out of the crossfire. An hour 6 or 7 of peaceful protest was met with opposition. There's more flashbangs that are shooting towards the crowd.
Don't run.
Fuck. That's more pepper spray bullets. you okay? Do you need water? Do you need water? Do you need water? Do you need water? Okay, that's a protester. He's grabbing water and going. I came over here to do the same thing. Yeah, who needs water? Anybody need water?
Anybody need water?
Does anybody need water? Here, water here. I got plenty. Need more water?
Thank
Good
you.
man. Does anybody need water? Anybody need water? Water?
Thank you.
Stay safe.
Thank you, you too.
Yep. More flashbangs deployed. Does anybody need water?
I'm right here.
Yep.
Come here.
So, God, that's fucking tear gas. That's fucking tear gas. Oh. Fuck. Ugh.
What's the problem? Pretty close, man.
Ah. Oh. Sorry. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. That's like tear gas number. It's like tear gas number 7. It's like tear gas number 7 at this point of the week, and I'm okay. I'm okay. So for those of you that are just catching in, there's been peaceful protests all day. I've been down here for 6 hours. Oh God, still tear gas in there. Fuck. There's now the police that they're boxing people in and pushing them out of downtown, like we've seen in previous nights. Several hours of peaceful protest, zero looting, zero rioting. The crowd stayed, well past curfew. Maybe my opinion is biased at this point, but that interaction seems, pretty much 100% instigated by the police. I do believe that if they just would have stayed out of it, that the gathering would have stayed in the park peacefully, until everybody got tired and went home. But as we saw, even in the minutes before the police were deployed, everyone was hanging out, listening to music, chants of holding their signs, chanting their message. And it wasn't until the police came around the corner that the protesters responded accordingly, and then now everyone has scattered.
Damn, I can't fucking see.
Do you got water? Do you need water? Just let me know your cross. You okay? You want to take some water with you? Yeah. Take that with you. All right, man. Thank you. Be safe, okay? If you're gonna be by yourself, man, get out of here. Like, I'm about to be safe. Okay. So, I mean, everybody, people are loading in cars. People are going home. There's a select few that are staying behind. It seems. I mean, we had hundreds and hundreds that were out, and now within the blocks, I'm seeing less than 100. Well, I'm put my phone in my pocket so I can fix my mask. There doesn't appear to be any movement back towards the park. There's I'm counting very, very few people that are down here. A lot of people are walking north back towards Broadway. I mean, to be honest, I hope that's it for the night. I do hope that the crowd disperses and goes home peacefully. There's a Metro police vehicle that's got to slowly move towards the crowd here with the lights out. I'm going to try to keep my distance. From kind of this point forward, I'm going to keep my phone posted towards the ground, and I'm going to stop announcing my position. So if anybody asks, I'm currently on the corner of Highland and Baxter Avenue. I'm sitting outside waiting for Starbucks to open up. I really need me a Choco Mocha Latte Yatte or whatever the fuck Starbucks serves. I don't know about y'all, but walking through the Highlands, I really like walking through the Highlands. Get any more bottles? Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Be safe. Yeah, so there's a very kind-hearted citizen driving down Highland Avenue, passing out bottles of water. It's a really long run from downtown. But yeah, no, in all seriousness, there's the number of people down here has dramatically decreased. Kind of that one instance with police seemed to have pushed the crowd out. You know, there are some small groups of people. There was a group I could see behind me that the police did just launch what looks to be smoke bombs into. I can hear that pepper spray bullets are being shot at them. You know, for the first time today, you know, I'm seeing, you know, graffitis now being put up. You know, yeah, fuck 12, fuck the police is being, you know, painted on the side of all these buildings that I'm by in the Highlands, walking home. It sounds like the police officially announced that the park is clear, quote unquote. You okay? Good. Get home safe, man. Hey, call a friend on your way. Yep. So I've pointed the phone at the ground as I'm walking back towards where my car is parked. I'm not comfortable disclosing my location right now. I'm still on foot. I'm parked a few blocks away in the Highlands, where I'm walking right now. I'm gonna try to get back to my car in one piece. So while we're here, kind of in this moment, I do know that footage is of the ground. Like I said, I don't want to say where I'm at right now. You know, there are reports that the police are actively arresting people that are still out. You know, so after many hours of peaceful demonstration, you know, including a march all through downtown to 26th and Broadway, and then back. 26th and Broadway, and then back. You know, the crowd stayed out way after curfew, approximately 1 hour after curfew. The protesters were still peacefully in the park, you know, listening to music, chanting. The police then, you know, loaded up into riot gear, progressed towards the park, and you know, well, the rest, I guess, you know, everybody saw. You know, I don't need a ride. I'm pretty sure I can get back to my car safely. To be honest, I'm kind of trying to remember where I parked it. Yeah, so, you know, the crowd is completely dispersed. You know, police presence, there's a line across Broadway. You know, they're not letting anybody come back downtown. The several blocks that I see are completely empty. I can hear what sounds like some more fireworks. Some more fireworks being shot off in the distance. You need to ride out of here? You good?
I'm good. My roommate's in the parking garage. I just need to go over the back way around.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, be safe. All right, so I guess the beauty of not taking the bike down today is it's gonna be a much quicker trip out of here. Try to navigate around all the police while I'm heading back home. Before I close out for the night, I want to one more time kind of go over the events for the day for everybody that joined late. I got down here maybe 5 p.m. There were hours and hours and hours of peaceful police protests. Peaceful protests, concerning Breonna Taylor, the death of David McAfee, which happened last night. And, the protesters marched to 26 on Broadway and back. There was virtually no police presence all day, minus the drone and chopper that always follows along. About an hour after curfew, the police showed up, with, their normal deal, the full riot gear. They began to launch pepper spray bullets and flashbangs into the crowd. And then it seems there was a second round. That second round had tear gas. There wasn't tear gas that was deployed yesterday, at least not anywhere that I was near. So it seemed, I don't know, maybe they had a shipment overnighted from Chicago or some shit. Police are blocking most of Broadway and 9th Street. They're not letting anyone come downtown. I'm going to go ahead and call it for the night. I do appreciate everybody that tuned in today and kept up with what's going on. I'm safe. I'm fine. Tear gas sucks, but it's not the end of the world. And I guess I'll try to pick this up more tomorrow. Once again, for those tuning in, all of this footage is available for download. There's a mega link that's been posted with a lot of the video. This live stream and my others from today will be up there. You're more than welcome to any of the video. Please share, please spread. If you plan on joining the protest this week, stay safe. Let's not add any more injuries or arrests to what's already happened. And everybody have a good night.